When you need real results, you come to Titan Medical Center.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Titans Edge, evolving with John and Jimmy. How you doing, Jimmy?
Number two.
Yeah, number two, baby.
Number two.
Got over our first one.
We made it through the first one.
That's right. That's right. We're on to our second and many, many more to come. So super excited how the first one went down. Like, just easier for me and Jimmy talking. We've known each other for a long time. We just have a lot of things in common. Coming from the same backgrounds too, ethnicity-wise, being Greek. I mean, we've came up like that. So got a lot of things that we share. So, this week is going to be another great conversation with me and Jimmy. I think we're going to cover a lot of good topics that a lot of you guys are going to find interesting, guys and girls, because we get these most common questions all the time. And, the first thing I'm going to start off with is, when we talk about training, right? And I'm 44. Jimmy's a little bit older than me. I never say his age.
You can say it.
He's so good. So, but he's went through a different era than me as far as training wise of what an IFBB pro before used to train like in the 80s, 90s, and so on. So, what do you think, Jimmy? Like, how was your transition from training back then to now? Because I'm sure the guys want to know, because now it's like, me and Mike were talking about this the other day. Like, there's a whole bunch of science-backed guys out there that don't lift like we've ever lifted or never been through those times. And even with all the science out there, you still got guys in the golden age era, right, that look a hell of a lot better and train a hell of a lot better and got way more conditioned than these guys these days, because it's all about mass monster stuff.
Right.
So what do you think?
Yeah, that's a good question. You would think that personally I would change with the times, but I didn't. Like, my training back in the 80s and 90s, my competitive years, all the way up to yesterday, my mentality is the same.
Right.
Go hard.
Right.
Okay. Now, here's the difference. Okay. I didn't realize up to 6 months ago, I had a central nervous system at 60. Okay. So that's where I said, okay, this is where everybody's talking about take a step back, right? But I still believe the training has to be intense.
Of course.
Right? You still have to train heavy. You don't use it, you lose it, right? The squatting. Unless you have injuries, unless you have other stuff happening, you still have to squat. You still got to do the presses. You still got to do the curls. Nothing has changed.
Right.
Okay. What has changed was my recovery. Okay. It takes me a little longer.
Right.
So then I asked myself, well, should I train less? When I started training less, I didn't feel as good. Okay. I just didn't feel good. So, and also mentally, I didn't feel good, because I like, why am I going in for it?
Right.
So all these years, I'm so used to training so hard.
Right.
And if I don't leave the gym exhausted, why'd I go in?
Right.
So that's another factor that I had to put my mind through. But my training hasn't changed. I got guys coming to me and they're like in their 40s and 50s, like, hey man, now that I'm older, do I need to change my program? I'm like, no. You got to listen to your body.
That's the truth.
That's the thing.
That is the truth.
Okay. My mistake was I wasn't listening to my body.
You just ran.
No, I was just walking, running. I was trying to run through walls, but then I got smacked.
Yeah.
And I think you remember when I told you I hit a wall.
Right.
And for 2 weeks, I was done. I couldn't train. My knees were killing me.
Yeah.
My shoulders were hurting. And that's when I said, okay, let me reevaluate the training protocol.
Right.
In other words, is it 3 on 1 off? Is it 4 on 1 off? Do I train every body part once a week? Do I train it twice a week? And that's all I did. But going into the gym, I'm going all out.
Right.
That's it. For me, and it works. It has worked for my clients, and it worked for anybody that I've suggested to, because it's like, how can I tell you have a business, right? Take it easy today.
Yeah.
When you have so many,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You can't.
No, you can't. You can't.
You'll kill your business. Same with the body.
That's right.
My mother, for example, and my mother just went through the whole cancer thing, and knock on wood, she freaking
Beat it out.
beat it, man.
That's
88
right.
years old, beat it, right?
That's nuts.
going into this, before we found out, she wasn't feeling well. She couldn't walk. And I kept telling her, Ma, you need to walk. Ma, you need to walk. Ma, you need to walk. And, you know, once they get to that age, especially with the Greek, you know,
Right,
Greek,
right.
but like, you know,
Right.
right? So she's going through her therapy. She'll come into the house for physical therapy. Okay. The first 2 sessions, she couldn't get up from the couch onto her knees, onto her feet. Okay. Then by the end of therapy, she's getting up by herself, using a walker. So what did that change? What changed?
I mean, her
She did
doing
it.
right?
She did it.
Get her moving.
Yep.
Right.
Now she's back to Greece, walking without a walker.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that goes to show. And she understood that process. She goes, I couldn't walk 4 months ago, and now I can walk. What happened?
You were physically getting up and doing it. Yeah, that's what same thing with a car. It sits, it rusts, it doesn't work that good. You drive a car all the time, it's going to continue. The fluids are going to go through, everything's going to keep moving. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, even, you know, when my dad was in the hospital, been in the hospital multiple times, like, so my aspect of things was like the recovery healing process, right? Like you lay in your bed, you give your body a break, it starts healing and getting stronger. That's that's the opposite effect. You know that, right? You lay in bed, it gets worse.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. And I'm dumb, I guess, because everybody else knows it except for me. But I thought you're going to lay in bed, you're going to recover, you're going to get stronger. And then at that point, you start, you know, progressing and doing physical therapy and moving forward with whatever is going to go on, right? But
I think this is where active recovery kicks in.
yeah. So active recovery is huge, right? And you know, my training's the exact same way. Like, you know, obviously trained a little bit different in 20s and 30s and then 40s, you know, shoulders hitting and everything like that. It's a whole different world. You know, recovery is one of the biggest things I think that people, whether they're younger or older, really need to focus in on. One, recovery is going to be the best for your body. It's going to help you with any kind of gains that you want to get to as well, right? You need good recovery. And now I think there's more tools than when you had back then for recovery, right? We're talking about like red light saunas. I mean, massage, I think, was going on back in the day, but I mean, they've got all different types of stem and all these different things to really stimulate the body for better recovery, right? So it's super cool. Like I just bought one of these true cryo machines, which I'll probably have here
Really?
next week or two.
Uh-huh.
But instead of like, you know, like walking into something, you have the cryo like that. It's actually a machine that I can do mobile and it's spray and it's a medical grade.
Really?
Yeah, so I can isolate a shoulder, a knee, whatever it is.
Very nice.
It's super cool.
Where's that coming in?
In like a week or two.
Couple
So
years.
like when you come down, we're gonna
Up the
definitely
year.
do it for video
Up
for
the
sure.
year.
Definitely do it because you know, I mean that's just another part. Like I'm looking at it for myself or even for Peter for his pitching. I'm like, dude, he needs recovery, you gotta do these things. And that's rest. And when you talk about like 3 on, 1 off, or 4 on, 4 on, 1 off, you know, back in the day I would set that schedule. I'd say, all right, listen, I'm gonna train 3 days, be off 1 day, go back and do it again. And then, you know, I'm obviously training 2 body parts per day. That's how I used to train, right? And at that point, like, you know, now I think it's a little bit different, right? Because I'm listening to my body a little bit more. If I think I need a little bit more recovery on my body before I go back in there and start hitting those muscles again, or those secondaries, then at that point I'm gonna give myself an extra day or so, right? You know, because it just doesn't, it's not worth it, especially as you're older, to get hurt. If you can prevent injury, then that's the best way because injury leads to regression, not progression. And then at that point, you have to double back.
Yep, no, I agree. So, but let's talk. I got 2 things just I want to talk about as we're doing this. Everybody talks about recovery. You, me, everybody talks about recovery, right?
Yeah.
Before they even talk about training hard, their focus is on recovery.
Yeah.
You have to train hard enough
Oh, for sure.
to focus on recovery,
Absolutely.
right? Because it's like, I'm recovering. From what? Right?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
So you have to define
Yeah.
recovering
Yeah.
because recovering, there's a fine line between being lazy
Yes.
and recovering.
Yes. Or I'm a little sore.
Okay?
You're gonna be a little sore.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm recovering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess you're gonna make an excuse for anything.
Right. So because I've seen it. Okay. And everybody's focused on I need to recover. I need to do this. I need this. I need a refeed. I need all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's all about, which is great.
Right.
Okay. They're being proactive, but the thing is, do you need it?
Right.
You have to need it. You have to push yourself to get that,
I agree.
for your body to want that recovery.
I agree. You got to have that intensity when you go in there.
Right.
You got to be like, hey, I'm going to get this done today.
And that's where the results come in.
Absolutely. It's what you put in, you get out. I tell that to everybody. I'm like, listen, what you put in, you're going to get out. If you're going in there and you're training real hard for a whole hour and you're really hitting it and you're not bullshitting around, like you're really hitting it, then you're probably going to put in.
I don't think majority of the people aren't training hard enough anymore.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think I mean, from what I see in public gyms, I mean, it's not that good, right? Like I'll see some that they're doing it, you can tell, right? And you can see that reflection in your body too. And then the ones that don't.
Yeah, you can definitely see them.
You see
Yeah, yeah, you do. You
the
do.
reflection.
You do.
It's so like,
Yeah.
it sticks out like a sore thumb nowadays to me. And so at that point, like I go in there and I'm like, man, I'm like, you know, and you might see somebody in the gym that's been in the gym 10 years and they haven't changed one bit because they go in there, it's just like a routine thing, you know, just going through the motion. It's like a social thing or whatever. And the mind is not focused in on what they're there to really do. It's just going through the motions and they got activity in, they burn some calories. But did they really go in there and get the result that they wanted to or work towards that result?
So at, let's say the 25, say 30, okay? At 30, when I did the Arnold Classic, I trained 4 on 1 off. But I was in the gym good 2 hours, hard.
Yeah, dude.
Hard,
Yeah.
okay? All right. Say 30 years old. How come the 30-year-olds, and I'm not picking on anybody, I'm just trying to set
Yeah.
the table here. How come the 30-year-olds today can't train that hard? Like, what has changed? Is it the bodies? Is it the food? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the mentality, bro.
It's like your pops busted his ass to get where he's at. My pops busted his ass to get where he's at, right? You busted your ass to get almost just as much because he set the standard, right?
Sure.
Same thing with me.
Yeah.
So people don't work as hard anymore and they expect to get the results,
Instant gratification.
right?
Everyone's
Okay. So what has changed? Am I missing something?
No, I mean, honestly, I think you hit it right in the head. And if anything, they have more tools than ever to be better and to be able to train longer and do these things. I think, you know, they're taking a lot of these different influencers online, and then you got some of these little science guys that are back around. Now, listen, I'm all about science. I was in the medical field, so I believe in science and I believe in some of these different things. But, you know, back in the day, like, that was the minimum, man. Like, if you really want to do it, like 2 hours, like you went there for an hour per body part and you're working out, and that's what I was doing. And everybody else, I mean, even if you were only going there for an hour, or let's say it's 45 minutes, if you had the intensity and you really went in there like it was your job and you did your job good, not just for your job routinely, but you went in there, I think the mentality is different. They are not, and this isn't just bodybuilding. This is across the board.
But that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying. It's like I obviously I veered to the right over here because I went from training to working. But I think people today, including the older crowd, the old school older crowd, they're starting to change their mindset and saying, going in, I need to recover.
Right. Right.
Going in,
Right.
I need to recover. Like they're taking a stance of, hey, I got to be careful how I train because I need to recover. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
And I think that's a huge mistake
It's a big mistake. I agree.
because nothing has changed.
If you're thinking about recovery before the training, that's the problem. You should be
but-
diet and training first before anything, and your recovery comes along
Right.
with it.
Right. And that's what I'm trying to understand. Not only just with talking here, I've been trying to understand this. Why 30 years ago, people were training very, very hard, going all out, bodybuilders, non-bodybuilders, or whatever.
Right.
And the 30-year-olds today aren't training as hard. Like, is it the technology? Is it, what is it?
I'm sure it's technology. People don't. I mean, look at the obese and overweight like percentage in America.
You can't tell me
That's
you
right
can't
there.
tell me that there are better results now because
No,
back then, take the bodybuilding industry.
absolutely.
Okay? Bodybuilders look a lot better, a lot more dense,
I
Okay.
agree. A lot more
Than
conditioned.
than today. The conditioning is more. I got to tell you, the condition is more as, hey, you got the guts, because the conditioning is 95% torture. You have to suffer.
No, I understand.
Okay, so that obviously that's a whole
I
different.
definitely understand.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm talking about going into the gym and training.
Yeah.
Okay, what studies are out now saying, hey, you are not allowed to train a 30-year-old? You can't. The 30-year-old today training as hard as a 30-year-old then. What studies happened here that basically say this didn't work? That's what I can't understand.
I mean, I'm right there with you. And the only thing I'm saying, I guess, is like back in the day, I give more props because there wasn't the tools and the information or things like that for you guys to even go by. Like there wasn't. It was like, hey, listen, you're talking to another peer and asking them what the hell they're doing. You're finding out down the grapevine about what the hell's going on, and then you're incorporating that and seeing how it works.
We're actually testing it.
But that's
we're
what I'm
actually
saying.
putting it to work instead of reading it, saying, hey, I don't know about this.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then at that point, being able to get to the size, I don't care what you say, and the conditioning.
Yeah.
Because it goes along with it, man. It goes along with diet and everything like that. You can say that, but like, I see a lot like smaller guys, conditioned as hell.
That's a discipline thing. I'm talking about when you get ready for a show. That's
But I mean, conditioning with people, like as far as like getting body fat down and stuff like that, like getting into
yeah.
good
That's a
condition,
discipline. That's a discipline thing.
Yeah.
That's not suffering. I agree with you.
you know.
I'm talking about like the whole bodybuilding thing, getting ready for Olympias and Arnold's and stuff like that. You have to suffer.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing that.
No, for
Okay.
I agree with
So-
you. I agree with what you're saying for
So
sure.
think about it. My dad at 50, in my eyes, he was old.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. I remember going into the gym and meeting guys 50 years old, 55, and they're like, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I'm 50. I'm like, you're old. Okay. So you got Mike, you got me,
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Okay. Think about it. Our age isn't truly our age
No, I don't know.
from what age used to be.
Right.
But you trained the way you trained. I trained the way I trained.
Yeah.
Mike trained the way he trained.
Yeah.
Do you think the 30-year-olds are going to look and feel like us at 50 or 60? Why?
Because they're not doing any activity to begin with, and that isn't even what we're doing in general right now. I mean, training wise.
Foundation.
I mean, yeah, they have no foundation.
They have no
Right.
foundation.
It's so weak, it's gone. It's like, hey, listen, like, and that's not to say they can't start.
No, no.
I mean, like, if you set the foundation now, you're set up later on.
Yeah.
That makes any sense, right?
Yeah.
It's like your retirement fund.
You know what I love seeing? I've social media. I love social media. I really do. You see people in their 40s and 50s posting pictures of themselves at 25, looking better at 40, 45, 50.
Yeah.
Women and guys, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I've never looked this good, even in my 20s and 30s.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Is that like,
Yeah, that's
like
awesome.
that's living proof that if you want it, it's there,
Absolutely.
right? You can build that foundation. It's all about building a foundation. I don't think anybody can have the results that we're speaking of without a foundation. It's like building a business, right? If you don't put the foundation down, if you don't do the groundwork day in and day out, the foundation ain't going to be set. The business not going to be successful, right? Same thing with the body. And you see now the 25, 30-year-olds back then or the 50-year-olds now saying, man, I missed out.
Right.
Because they realized that they could do it. And the information now, I think I don't know about information. What we did back then in the 90s, even earlier, wasn't cool. Okay? Like I got stared at a lot. Like, you've never seen me in shorts, and I don't think anybody's ever seen me in shorts because everybody used to
Just tight spandex.
Yeah, only for photo shoots. But
Style back then, right? The flowing pants.
yeah,
Right?
Hotskins.
Z-bar.
Yeah, the Hotskins. Yep. But the thing is, it's because everybody stared at my legs.
Yeah.
And I was very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's okay.
Right.
Muscle is okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Training is okay.
more socially acceptable for sure.
Right. And I think that kind of lifted the lid
Yeah.
off the roof off the house, the roof off the house, and just said, hey, do what you want to do.
You, you know,
You know,
this is what I can grasp.
I'm sure you see it in here.
I do. For me, like, obviously, listen, muscle. Like, there's still people who like, I don't really look like that, right? Like,
Bullshit.
I swear to God.
Bullshit. There's no
Listen,
way.
listen to me. When I started Titan, right, like our first office in Tampa, we had the TV in the lounge and stuff like that. You know what I'd play on
The Olympias.
continuous?
What?
Pumping iron.
Yes.
And people would come in there and be like, I don't want to look like those guys on TV. You know how many people come up to me and say, I don't want to look like Drake? They don't. There's people out there that do not want to look.
I want to look like Drew.
I'm just saying, like when I was growing up, right? Like
Yeah.
your action figures,
Yeah.
your action movies, like
Everybody.
you want to be jacked,
Yeah.
jacked and stacked,
Yeah, my
right?
guy was Batman.
Dude, I mean, come on, Rambo. I mean, dude, like we want to be like this.
Right.
So, we want to be superheroes, and at that point, like, just some people aren't like that. I can't wrap my head around that either. But people are different thinking. So, I mean, for me, I'm like,
Do
listen,
you really think that?
I listen. This
I
is not
think-
what
I
I
think-
think. This is what people tell me directly.
I think subconsciously they do. I don't think they believe they can look like that. Okay, so they automatically say, not good.
I'm telling you, and
You
I
know?
girls. I mean, most girls will be like, "Oh, there are girls that do not like the look at all." I don't know how many girls. I'm telling you.
Really?
I'm telling you. I get both sides.
I'm not talking about Miss Olympia look. I'm just talking about
No.
little definition, maybe
Well, listen.
maybe some abs coming through.
Yes, of course. The model look is
But that's how it starts.
if it's GQ like that.
But that's how it
Yeah, yeah.
starts.
I mean, what I don't understand is like nowadays, like the bodybuilding is supposed to be bigger than ever, right? On the stage.
It's
But
huge, man.
it is. It's big around the world.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
But one thing that is not the same back in the day, because I think, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was more of a spectacle type thing or whatever. But you had McMahon who created
WBF.
and look at that. That was like a show, like
Yeah.
Olympia used to be on ESPN. Like there was a lot more, I guess, spectatorship at that
Right,
point,
right.
or audience that was outside of the realm. And that's
Right.
what I don't see nowadays. I don't see that coming forth and like really the Olympia was a little bit more diverse, I guess, this year. But I want to see those audiences like really like pick up on it like it used to. And I haven't seen that.
But think about it. If you go to the Arnold, you go to the Olympia, it's a different crowd.
Yeah.
The Arnold is the hardcore. They're hardcore.
Yeah.
I have to tell you. And maybe because it's in Ohio.
Yeah.
Right?
There's nothing else to do there.
Right. Vegas, I love the Olympia too, right?
Yeah,
I think when it's Vegas, people go there to see and be seen.
Yeah.
Rather than go see a bodybuilding show.
Right.
You put it smack in the middle of Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
You're a true bodybuilding
Yeah.
fan. At minus 10 degrees.
I hate it.
Right?
Yeah.
I froze my ass off every year.
Dude, I went to 2 years ago, and it wasn't the same as what I used to. I went to a pre-COVID. Olympia 2025 is right around the corner. It's a couple of years, and it wasn't the same as what it used to. It's probably getting better now each year, especially with Arnold up in the prize money, more people being there. But we'll see how it goes. I hope it gets bigger. I hope it gets better.
It's just
Both
big.
ends.
The prize money from the Olympia and the Arnold's going up.
Yeah.
But I think it all trickles down, right? The Masters division is huge.
Yeah.
So now you have the 40-year-olds, the 50-year-olds, the 60-year-olds competing. Why?
Everybody's getting, I think, into that.
It's okay.
Yeah. For sure.
It's okay. I just got one guy ready, never competed in his life. Since he was 16 years old, he wanted to compete. Met me in the gym, and he comes up to me, he goes, "Hey man, it's a pleasure seeing you. I followed your career, blah, blah, blah."
Right.
He goes, "I've always wanted to do a show." So he kind of looked like it was muscular because I saw veins in his
Okay.
arms.
All right.
So I took him in the pose room. I said, let me see how you look. He
Yeah.
took his shirt off. I said, "I'll get you ready."
Oh shit.
And 2 weeks ago, he won.
Oh wow. That's
First show,
awesome.
He won. And he
That's
did another
awesome.
show the following week, and he won.
Dang.
Right?
That's awesome.
And all my friends were like, "Dude, if he ever loses again, he's going to change the coach." He's done 2 shows and he's won both shows. He's never competed in his life. So,
That's gotta feel good.
but he's hooked
Yeah.
because all these years he wanted to compete, but he thought that people we're gonna make fun of him,
Right.
or it's not normal.
Right.
And he went there and he saw Masters Division competing,
Yeah.
and he felt okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's all people think the environment now has changed, right? And people, it's okay to compete. It's okay to look a little muscular. It's okay to be in shape. It's okay, like now, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to take peptides.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you got girls and guys shooting on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Literally, their peptides in the morning. Here are my peptides.
Yep.
When did you ever see someone inject themselves anywhere?
Never, dude. Never. I like,
Only in the crack houses.
yeah, dude. Honestly, when I started 13 years ago, a couple of doctors like nobody is going to inject. I go, okay, we'll see.
Right.
I mean, I knew it then. I'm like, I told somebody yesterday. I did like a tutorial with a person on the phone. This girl, she's like, I never inject, but she's like, I just want the benefits. And I'm like, when you do the first injection, it's gonna be virtually painless, and you're gonna see. And then once you get the benefits, then you're like, dude,
Right.
all right, I'm ready, right? Like, so, and she did. She's like, oh my god, that was nothing. I'm like, I told you. And now when you get the benefits, you're gonna be even more enticed to be like, all right, when's my next injection?
But just like we said about, is it okay to get in shape?
Yes.
Is it okay to look a little leaner, to a little more muscular?
Sure.
Now peptides come in. Now anti-aging comes in, right? And I'm sure you felt.
Oh yeah.
You felt it 15 years ago, right? It's like pulling teeth, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You worked all day for one customer, one client,
Yeah.
right? And now they all come in like, hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's okay now.
Yeah, it's a lot easier as far as that goes, and people are being more educated about things like that.
Yeah, and I don't think it's because they didn't want to.
Mhm.
I believe they got the permission somehow, some way. Society, or people and companies like you, like other companies, basically said it's okay.
Mhm.
It's okay. I don't think they lacked the information because the information was always there, right? Obviously, you're learning a lot more than you
Right.
learned even 10
Right.
years ago.
Absolutely.
Peptides evolve, right?
Yeah.
So, but I think it's okay for anybody to walk through those Titans front doors.
Absolutely. Or call us. I mean, nationwide. I mean, it's that
Right.
easy for
Right.
service.
It's not like it's a undisclosed location,
Right.
and you got to
Right.
go through a tunnel.
Right.
I mean, it's a freaking beautiful office here,
Yeah.
right? And it's okay for me to walk in.
Yeah.
It's okay for a female to walk in to say, hey, I like some growth hormone.
Yeah.
Could you check my blood work?
Yeah.
I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I think I'm going through menopause.
Yeah.
And next thing you know,
Boom. They start
Yeah.
feeling better. Everything starts
how
getting
many
better.
women had gone through all these ups and downs of hormones, and now they took that little black box,
Dude,
right?
take
You
that
want to
black
talk about that now?
label.
I mean, we're all over the place.
Oh no,
but,
I think
but,
this is great.
but like,
Yeah, 2 decades of misinformation for females, and they've said that the head of gynecology and everything that this has hurt females. This hurt females' health. For a black label on there to say that it's going to cause cancer is a very, very disturbing thing for somebody to read, right? And they're like, "Oh my God, well, I don't want to get cancer."
right.
Especially if they've known somebody that's went through cancer or family member, whatever it is. Nobody the hell wants cancer. Nobody the hell wants to go through those treatments. So at that point, they're like, oh, I'm gonna stay away from this. It's gonna cause cancer. So now it's totally just been eradicated
After so many years.
after 2 decades. So that's a long time. That's 20 years, man. So, now females, I mean, listen, we've been re-educating females about this for the last 13 we've been in business, but you still have the people and then you have your general practitioners or gynecologists that are saying these things, right? And these are people that maybe they've been going to for 10, 15, their whole life.
Because they don't know.
Right. Well, because it was on the box. They have to disclose that. They have to say, well, these are the upside and this could be the downside, right? But now that's not on the box, so they can't even say that. So it's a whole different thing, and it's going to change the game for females. Guys have been on testosterone replacement therapy, and most clinics just cater to guys or advertising to guys.
Right.
Girls, right? There's more girls on this planet than guys. So at that point, girls, we definitely need to take care of them too. And it's all full circle, right? Especially if you're married or anything like that, or a girlfriend or fiance or your boyfriend or girlfriend. Their hormones are going to affect your relationship to a certain degree. They might be tired, they might be fatigued, they might be irritable, they might not want to have libido, they might, so I mean, or not want.
And you don't have to be a certain age. It's like, ladies, you don't have to be going through menopause
No.
to reach out for help.
Right.
You know,
There's a lot of females that have imbalances, PCOS,
absolutely.
endometriosis,
Yep.
all these different things.
Get your blood work.
Yeah.
I always say, get your, if you're not feeling well, get your blood work.
I agree.
And then, now that this whole thing has lifted, I think you guys are able to move around the room now.
Right.
Without anybody saying, hey, this is bad for you.
It's going to cause cancer.
Right.
It's not going to cause cancer. Right. So that was a big win. The guys, the black label coming off that was a big win. So on their box, it was you were going to have a major cardiovascular event. Right. That means a heart attack, stroke, or something like that.
We wouldn't have it without it.
I mean,
Low test is.
no, that's what I'm saying. Low test is worse than having high testosterone. So, it was just stereotypical, like medical and like pronouncing these different things, and somebody just might not have liked hormones at that point, or just like they said, like when we started the business, what you're doing is just for like bodybuilder or steroid guy. No, it's not. It's for general.
It's the human body.
Right.
It's the human body.
It's something that we already produce in our body that starts going away and becomes deficient. In any other situation or scenario in the medical field, if you had something like this happen in your body, whether it's potassium or anything
They
else,
put it right back in.
exactly. So what are we talking about here, right? So like everybody should be a proponent and be like, hey, listen, this is going to help people, not as a negative thing.
Do you find, what's the biggest hurdle you find men and women having to start? Like obviously they come in here, then you guys open the conversation, right?
Yep.
What's the number one factor that doesn't make them come through?
Most of the people do come through because they do have something that they're dealing with, whether it's weight gain, mental clarity is not there, they don't feel good. Like,
But that isn't in the beginning phases, right? They have to, what you're saying is, okay, weight gain at one point, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 40 pounds, 100 pounds.
Right.
They're coming in at 100 pounds.
Right.
Now, maybe 3-4 years ago at 100 pounds.
Right.
Now they're coming in at 30 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
You see, they're being more proactive in getting themselves
Healthier. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So for women, what do you think that is? Because women rack it up to it's menopause.
Yeah.
I'm going through menopause.
Yeah. I think that obviously nutrition plays a big role in that.
Right.
Right. Nutrition plays a huge role.
Huge.
I mean, if you had to ask me, listen, what's more important, nutrition or training? I say nutrition. Nutrition.
But nutrition is important in anything.
In anything. It's important for your body to run properly, right? To get the necessary things.
Right.
I mean, feeding yourself is just like anything else. Like that is what your body is running on. So you need this. A lot of people don't know how to eat correctly. So at that point, they might have grown up in a family where their mom and dad are obese, their brothers are obese. They've been eating this horrible diet their whole life, and that's what they think is normal.
Okay.
Right? True. And that's what happens to a lot of people. Or a lot of people are just like, I ain't got time for this. I'm going to McDonald's and that's it. Like I'm busy. I'm a business owner, or I work 20 hours a day, or whatever your thing is about it. But the cold hard facts is that people might not have the knowledge, or even if they do know that they're doing wrong, they're being lazy to a certain extent. And the reason I say this is because you got to prepare. And if you don't prepare, then you're going to be left behind. And that's anything that you do. I believe that preparing is being proactive, and proactive is you not being lazy about things, and because you know what's coming. It's a different story if you get stuck somewhere and you had no idea that was coming, right? But if you know, like, hey, listen, tomorrow I got a busy day, just like me. I'm a business owner. I know, like
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
So that's what I think. I think nutrition is going to play the factor in a lot of people, and people need to get that down. And there's a lot of tools out there that teach people about nutrition. And you can just do basic things. I mean, you don't have to get crazy. And it's not like, I think people overcomplicate training and nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple. It's real simple. Like start eating better foods and then really start like tracking. If you want to track it, it's not like before we had to weigh everything out with a scale. There's literally AI apps on there that test it out for people. I'm like, hey, how does this work? It's free. It takes them, like, if you took a picture of a Burger King cheeseburger, it has to break down. It has a breakdown. It's nuts. It's the Burger King Whopper.
Really?
If you have tomatoes, this,
Really?
and adds it up for you. Dude, you just take the pictures, it puts it in there, puts the macros, adds everything up.
Is that what you did at the drive-thru?
Huh?
Is that what you did at the drive-thru? All right, let me see the damage. Let me see the damage.
I will eat those, but
Let me see the damage.
my cheat meal would be a good hamburger. Not from those
Yeah.
places, like a good hamburger.
I have
And home cut fries or
Yeah.
fresh cut potato
Yeah.
wedges, you know what I'm saying? Something like that.
I have two things I tell people when they come to me. You said training and nutrition.
Yeah.
And I tell them, you go in the gym and you train until you can't find the front door.
Yeah.
And that's at different levels.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
So you know your level. I'm not saying you go in and you train so hard at my level that you can't find the door.
Right.
Okay. You train at your level so you can't find the front door. And on the nutrition side, you might know what to eat, but you know what not to eat.
Of course.
Don't eat it.
Of course.
Start there. If you have to ask yourself, can I eat this or should I eat this? Don't eat it.
I agree.
If you start there, and what is it that always comes to us? Breads, sugars.
Yeah.
What else?
Bread, sugar, pop.
Sugars,
That's sugar, I guess.
right? Have a Diet Coke. Listen, if you're eating 4 meals of McDonald's,
Yeah.
even going to 3 meals of McDonald's and a fruit
It's better.
is progress.
I agree.
Okay? You can't, there's nobody in the world, okay? You got to be very, very mentally strong. I love to meet these people. To go from 4 meals of McDonald's to chicken or 3 meals of chicken and rice. That doesn't happen. It's not sustainable. It's not. Mentally, it's not sustainable. Okay?
Yeah.
So you go from 3 happy meals, let's call them 3 happy meals, 4 happy meals to 3 happy meals and an apple. Then you start feeling the difference, right? Because we have to feel good
Right.
to start looking good.
Right.
Okay? Because a lot of people want to look good and then they try to feel good and that doesn't happen because they push too hard.
Right.
Okay? So you got to start feeling good because what happens, even I was an example. I started feeling good. I said, John, what's next? Remember?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so you have to feel good. So you go from 2 happy meals to a chicken sandwich to a fruit. And you start moving. And then you start saying, oh my God, I feel great. Then you start putting the work in. You're like, well, I put all this work in. Why am I going to go eat McDonald's again? See, now your work you're putting into it has a value.
I agree.
Right? And that's how I get people started. That's how I recommend everybody get started. If you're starting somewhere like from zero.
Yeah.
If you're eating healthy already and you have a meal out there,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
it's a matter of control.
That's
right?
balance, yeah, at that point.
But I wanted to ask you, you brought it up, that's why I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
Including myself. I don't have the time. I've caught myself, okay? And all I do is train, eat, and sleep, okay? And I found myself saying, I don't have the time. Or I'll grab me a chicken sandwich on the road, okay? How do you, because you're a workhorse, dude, okay? You're a workhorse. How do you find the time? And this is a question that I'm asking you because there's many viewers right now that are listening, and I'm sure they've said it at least one time in their life. I don't have the time.
Yeah. So this is a very common question of how you find the time. And a lot of people might have excuses why they cannot find the time. But you have to find the time. If you really want it, you'll find the time.
Walk me through the mental, like, what do you tell yourself? Because I'm sure you catch yourself off guard. And you're like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
you know,
there's certain days when I have to work. I didn't get the training. I'm like, I'm like, I just go home.
I'm a little tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I need recovery. I need to recover. Right? Right?
Yeah, that was good.
Right?
Excuse. Right. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's more of a stress reliever for me. It's something that I like to do. So it does come a little bit easier to me. Some people don't like to go to the gym or lift weights or anything like that. But they want the result. It's a gratification thing. I mean, for me, it's like, listen, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been training. All I wanted to do was train. So I just wanted to my whole goal was to get bigger, you know, and look good, right? Like that's what I want to do. I want to be good, be healthy, and you know, I want to look the part. So, you know, I would train even when I had regular job, right, where I was working and working for somebody else and driving all day. And at that point, I'd still come home, grab my pre-workout at the time, go to the gym, work out for 2 hours, come home, eat, sleep, wake up, do it again. You know, and being a business owner. So starting a tight medical center and having no foundation of what I was going to do or how it was going to happen or what was going to happen in the future.
Rolling the dice.
Rolling the dice, right? Training was an essential part of what I was doing.
Was it your mental, emotional?
Mental
Okay.
sharpening, mentally, like I would think of some great ideas when you get the blood flowing like
Yeah.
that too as well. It really does.
I do my best thinking when I train.
Seriously, like
I do.
there, even after I'm done, like the next 30 minutes or so, like everything is it's firing in
Yeah.
your body. So
Endorphins.
it does help for sure. It helps with energy and all these different things that people really want these days. But I mean, for me, it's like, listen, I got to do it. One, right? In my business, I got to look the part, right? Or I want to look the part. I mean, I don't want to just like, but it, you know, it's for me first and foremost. Even when people say like, "Hey, John, you compete, you're looking at me," I'm like, I would love to do that. That's great. But like the truth is like I do this for myself. Like people are like, how do you like that? Like Mike's like, you like why? I'm like, dude, I'm like, because this is how I like to eat. Like this is not like a job for me. This is not like a punishment
Right.
or something
You
else.
feel good.
I definitely I feel a hell of a lot better. And I was the guy that, you know, before, like, listen, I would go to McDonald's, Burger King, all that, even in my 20s and all that. And I was definitely not as disciplined as I am now. It took a guy that basically like that I let live with me that was a cop for a while. And at that point, like he was one of the most regimented dudes I ever met in the beginning. He would get up and the exact same routine every single day. He'd eat the exact same thing every single day. And he would train and the whole nine. And I was a trainer with him. And at that point, like I was like, all right, man. I was like, I want to go through this. And like we would train our ass off, come home, and I would order something down. He's like, that's your problem, man. I was like, you just put in all that work. He's like, and at that point, you're gonna eat this, like to fuel that. I'm like, yeah.
Was it an emotional thing?
I don't know because you know, I mean, listen, those processed foods and McDonald's or anything like that, they're highly addictive. They hit dopamine receptors in the brain, right? So it's a reward function, and it makes people happy internally in their brain just to eat these things. So if you keep eating them, even
That's what I'm
sugar,
happy with.
that's right. If you keep eating them, you're gonna feel that way and look for that. If you go off for 2 weeks, 2 weeks, you will not have that addictive craving to these things. It's hard, but it's something that people should really work for. And at that point, that's where the reward cheat meal comes in, not the cheat day. Like, all right, like you've done so well. And listen, if you're not in shape, you're obese, you're overweight, you're not where you want to be, I'm just being honest with you guys. You don't deserve a cheat until you get to the point where you've made substantial like transformation. Like your body just needs to be a furnace. And if you got a coach or something like that, listen to what they're doing. Obviously, Jimmy or Mike or somebody like that has decades of experience in this and helping people get to that point. But I see these people who are like, all right, like, you know, I trained all week. I'm going to go out, I'm going to drink, which I used to do, eat like garbage all weekend. And then I'm going to go back to the gym and try to do
Phase one.
right. And you just, I mean, we might have made a little progress, but you've already slapped it up. So, you know, you're done.
I have a client friend that he's actually a patient Titan.
Oh,
Him and his wife,
nice.
and they just flew in yesterday.
Very cool.
And he says, I realized what kind of a hard ass coach you are when I asked you when do I get the cheat meal.
It's not
And I said, what did I say? He goes, you told me if I'm bored.
yeah.
I said, are you hungry or bored? And he,
Hungry.
right? And I said, if you're hungry, eat more food.
Right. Right.
He goes, dude, he goes, you shut me down. He goes, every time I want to go eat something,
Yeah.
I tell myself that, am I hungry? I'm going to eat more food,
Right.
whatever Jimmy gave me.
Right.
And if I'm bored, I'm bored.
Right.
He goes, dude, that was the worst thing you ever did to me. Right?
It gets them thinking though.
Think about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. I definitely agree. People eat out motion, bored,
Yeah.
I mean, all these different things. So,
Comfort food. Whenever I used to train legs through my career, and I was that guy, right?
yeah, yeah, but heavily regimented.
15 years.
Yeah,
Okay, 15 years, bro. When the leg workouts really got intense, my stomach was so upset after the leg workouts, I would go eat pizza. That was my comfort, and I justified it because I wouldn't eat anything, and
Right.
I would eat it, right?
right.
And I realized that I can get away from this. So I started making my own burgers because it was food that I wanted to eat.
Right.
Like after a leg workout in your stomach, of
course.
you're not gonna eat oatmeal,
Of course not.
right?
No.
So I basically made the foods that I wanted to eat. Like I made the cheeseburgers at home.
Yeah, that's good.
With the cheese, with the
Yeah.
like with the bread too, but I made the meat. It was like, you know, the whole 96.
Patties.
And I realized that it wasn't the pizza. It was me.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So when I retired, I wanted to get off the schedule. Okay. Brother, I did it for 2 months, maybe 3 months. I was miserable. Man, let me tell you how miserable I was. I was, I, I was, I didn't know. Like, I wanted to figure out maybe I can compete again,
yeah,
so I get back on the schedule.
Yeah.
That's how much. That's how far off I was.
yeah.
And when someone gets on my schedule, and you stay on that schedule, you realize that you're really enjoying it,
Of course.
but you don't realize until you come out of it.
Right. Yeah.
Like I would wake up, I have a cup of coffee. Come on, man. After all these years, I wake up without eating 15 egg whites and oatmeal, right? Think about it. I wake up, brush my teeth, sit out, cup of coffee, right? That's life. I was miserable.
Damn.
I was miserable because I would eat for 3 hours after that.
Yeah.
Because the coffee wouldn't.
Yeah.
I lost my appetite. I would lose my appetite because I wasn't eating. I wasn't hungry, and I just felt like shit. I was miserable.
Man.
And once I got back on that program,
Sorry.
you know, yeah,
That's how it is.
and I learned not to leave it in. You know, I'm still on it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that's how a lot of people, especially retire from any job or anything, feel like that too, you know, because they're so used to what they were doing.
Right. I have friends who are cops. They retired. They don't know what to do with themselves.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I think at that point, even if you retire, unless like you scale back a little bit because it's not as intense as it used to be, that's okay. But still staying in the routine, I think, is a good thing, especially if it's a good routine, right? Like,
Well,
in a solid routine, man. Like, you
any
understand.
routine that you have. I mean, you're in a routine now, right?
Of course.
So what's your two pieces of advice, not one, two pieces of advice that you would give to someone who often says, I don't have time.
I would say make time and you look at your schedule, right? This is where time management comes into play, right? Because there's time. There's time. I don't care what it is. So at that point, do you got to go earlier in the morning? Do you got to get up a little bit earlier? Do you got to sacrifice that and go to bed a little bit earlier to get up a little bit earlier and go do it in the morning? Or are you going to do it in the late afternoon, right after work? Because you can do it one way or the other. If you got kids, listen, it is what it is. Bring them to the kids' camp, tell the wife, girlfriend, whoever it is, like, hey, listen,
Or vice versa.
or vice versa. I need the half an hour to go to the gym, or why don't you come to the gym with me, and then make it a partnership thing because it's good, right? I would definitely do that.
I agree, yeah.
You know, couples go together, and that's more time that you're bonding together. You're helping each other get healthier. You know, you're going through this journey together. Now you have a partner in this, not just in the relationship, but a partner that's helping you push, but keep you on check. You know, it's not as much, but before, you know, I would have some meetings. At that point, like, you know, if I was like, you know, I feel like it today, you better get your ass up. All right, I'm going.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I needed. That's fine. But you know, if you have somebody there that's pushing you, it's even better because they're pushing you the right thing. What you don't want is you don't want somebody that's a partner to you and be like, you're going to the gym again?
Right.
You got to stay there an hour? Like, that is exactly what you do not want. If anybody's holding you back from progression and health, it's one thing if you go to the gym and you're there for 6 hours. You're there for 6 hours, that's a long time. I do know people that go to the gym for 5 or 6 hours. That's a long time. especially if your partner's at home, you don't get to spend that much time because you're working or whatever it is.
Well, if your partner's at home, you have to gym 6 hours. That's not a relationship. You
No,
don't want that relationship.
Hell no, hell no. But you know, I mean, that's what it is. So I mean, I think that's one piece of advice. Like, listen, time management. Pick either in the morning or later on. Um, the next thing is make it a priority. So write it in. If you have to do a schedule for a schedule, like it's a meeting, and it's like a regular meeting of the day, put that time aside. That way you already have it scheduled
Right.
in your time where you can go do it, and don't cancel it. And people can make an excuse about anything or try to rationalize why they can't go. Go, right? Don't. The only thing that you can say no to is if somebody's in jail you love, your kid's dead, somebody died, something of that stature. But not like, well, like I got this thing a little bit later, and I feel like I'm just gonna hang out at the house.
So let me add to that. I'm going to add to that. So automatically, when you or I or anybody says, "Hey, get to the gym," automatically, like, "Oh, and I got to eat healthy too." Okay. I'm here to tell you, whoever's listening, find the way to the gym.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the food.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Find your way to the gym.
I agree.
You want to have your McDonald's, you want to have your hot dogs, you want to have your pizza, keep eating it.
Yeah.
But find your way to the gym, because eventually you're going to see and you're going to feel and you're going to try pulling it all together.
Or, even at this light, Jimmy, I would say, listen, even if you're going to eat the food like that, learn the timing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's a whole different, this whole
Learn the
nutrient
timing.
timing.
Right. And we'll talk about it if it's time, but put this in your memory banks. It's like, if you hit the right timing with those foods, it won't be as bad, right? It might be a little beneficial to a certain
I
extent.
used to get a dozen donuts out there somewhere.
So, like, do it. I'm not saying do that, but like, if you're going to do that, then, hey, do it the right way, I guess, or do it a better way, than just, how many McDonald's or whatever.
Make it to your advantage.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna
Use it as fuel.
Yeah. As long as you guys are getting to the gym or exercising, like making it a priority to exercise, go to the gym, go train, run, whatever that is, take that time, okay, and put it in your schedule.
Yeah.
And let the food come by itself. Because if you do both at a time, that's overwhelming. If you get used to a pattern, right? What time is it? I gotta go to the gym. What time is it? I gotta go to the gym. Gotta go to work, kids, whatever. What time is it? I gotta go to the gym. Get used to walking through that door.
I agree.
Make it a habit.
It's like building blocks. Put one, go on top, the other. A lot of guys, now that we're talking about this, and this is a common misperception, is that if I take testosterone, I have to go to the gym. And if I'm not going to the gym, I'm not going to take testosterone.
That's not true.
Of course not. You guys are going to debunk like, whoa, like
Yeah.
you're going to stop your testosterone because you're not working out. I'm like, dude, quality of life and having those levels healthy is going to be a whole different beneficial thing than just gaining, muscle mass at the gym. So like, that's one thing I have to debunk with a lot of people. I'm like, listen, just because you're not going to the gym doesn't mean you shouldn't be on testosterone. So if you don't like going to the gym, that's fine. But being on testosterone and have a quality number is going to be good for a number of different things. Yeah. But should you go to the gym and have exercise or have some activity of some sort? Absolutely. I don't care if you're brisk walking, you're jogging, you're lifting barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, whatever it is. You're doing
Anything.
anything.
I'm
trying to think of
anything. Muscle is longevity.
Yeah.
Period.
For sure.
You focus on building muscle, you're going to live longer, you're going to be stronger, and it's just, and I'm happy this is happening.
Yeah.
Because 15 years ago, 20 years ago, it wasn't about muscle.
No, I know. Trust me. I think back then it was more about being skinny. Right? It was like skinny as in. How thin or skinny can I be? And, that's great for girls, I guess, nowadays. But even that has been reversed, where you got BBLs and all these different things where people are fat transferring. Like, when I see some of those BBLs out there and the fat transfers, I'm like, this is disgusting. Like, who? I mean, I guess, to a certain extent, or maybe it's okay, but I've seen things to extreme things. I'm like, wow, there's no way I want this much fat in me. If anything, I want it removed. I want some lean muscle to fill that area.
I'm there. I'm there. So
So,
we are live. We have
wow, we got a lot of questions.
3,400. Is that right?
Wow, we've just been talking, guys. Leave you guys in the cold. All right.
3,443 people are watching right
Yep.
now.
Yep. Okay. So,
Amazing.
yeah, and if you guys can give it a like and all this and share our YouTube page, that would be
Please.
great. All right, so let's go down the comments. So Fitness
we got?
Folks said, how are you guys doing? We're doing great.
Doing great, man.
Billy said, how do you differentiate yourselves from other anti-aging or HRT clinics in your region or online? So obviously, listen, we're nationwide. We've been doing this for 13 years. We're one of the oldest clinics in the country. How do we differentiate ourselves? Well, we offer way more cutting edge therapies than anybody else. We offer all of the different things across the board, from peptides, hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, rejuvenation detox, libido enhancers, in-depth blood work, IVs in-house. So we have all of that. The next thing, and the biggest thing I would say that sets us apart from everybody else, is our patient care and customer service. So you will always be able to get a response from somebody here, but you call, text, or email right away. You'll always be able to get an answer. We're always here for support for you. So if you need anything, there's a problem, you have an issue, you don't know how to do this, you just call or text us, and we give you the answer right then and there. And you are part of the Titan family. You're not a number. Most of the places.
So true. So true.
The other thing I could say is this, and this is crazy. So if you're experiencing this, I would run for the hills. There are places out there, and there's some pretty big name places I've seen or in the industry, that you're not even seeing a medical provider to go over your blood work or your recommendations. It's a coach or a consultant or HRT representative that is getting on with you in your medical conference or whatever they're calling it. And they're telling you what's on your blood work, and they're telling you what you're going to take. And they don't even see the medical provider at all. I'm like, dumb some guy came in here.
Really?
Yeah, some guy came in here, works for another one did, and he wanted to get a job here. And on his resume, I asked him, hey, listen, what do you do?
Right.
What did you do there? He said, I would go on the consultation, I would do the blood work, and I would tell the recommendations to the patient. I asked him,
Sweet. Yeah.
I said, did the medical provider ever see the patient? No, I did. I was like, okay. And then I heard this from another one that's a nationwide brand. I'm like, this is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a Wild Wild West to a certain extent. But yeah, so that's crazy. So that would differentiate us from everybody else out there. You can see a medical provider, you can have a lot of time with a medical provider.
Well, I can't say that all the medical providers actually look the part as well.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Yes. Our staff does. Our staff looks the part.
Well, I mean,
I'll put them against anybody's
Yeah.
staff out there.
yeah.
Like you might have one banger in your crew or two. I got them all.
Yeah.
And they're all in shape and all
Yep.
ready to go.
Yep.
So
And they all know so much about it.
that's right.
You know?
Right. It's my people are highly educated because I don't want just one person to be able to do like one thing here.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to hybrid. What if somebody's sick? Somebody's not going to be here no more, whatever it is. Everybody's got no lay of the land. That way, if somebody gets on the phone and you've never talked to them before, you can talk to them and be intelligent. And we're all on the same page about what we're going to say here, too, uniformity. That's the other thing. I don't want it to be like, oh, we do this or we do this. No. What is it streamlined? This is what we do. And we all say the exact same thing.
Yeah, very detailed.
Have to be.
Very detailed.
Talk about health.
What else we got?
Are you involved in any research, partnership, e.g., universities, labs for peptides, HRT innovation? No, but I'd love to be. I've talked to the University of San Diego about possibly doing some things. So I'm looking into those partnerships right now for some of the different
That'd be
things.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Be awesome. Next one is, what makes your HRT approach different from other clinics? Well, it's not cookie cuttered. Other clinics have like, this is package 1, package 2, package 3. Which one do you want? It's not like that here at all, right? And we're not going to make you get 3 months at a time or 2 months at a time. If you want to go month to month with us, you can do that. Other places out there are making you sign for 3 months, and then they're pulling they're trying to pull the shades down over you guys by saying, well, this medication is specifically compounded for you. Well, that's on every compounding pharmacy's like script. So, if they're saying that, it's not necessarily true.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Please explain the word bioidentical.
Okay. So this is really easy. So very simple. Synthetic is something that's made from synthetic origins. Bioidentical means it's true to your system and comes from an organic origin.
Okay.
Okay. So like they were talking about like testosterone or something like that. Like some of these things can come from plants and stuff like that as far as their origin,
Okay.
where they're based. So that's the difference between bioidentical and non-bioidentical hormone replacement. So you have big pharma, which has synthetic estradiol, and they would prescribe that to women, where women can get a bioidentical estradiol cream.
Okay.
So that's the difference. It's very pretty.
I hear it all the time.
You know, people are like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Like
It's bioidentical.
Yeah, it's bioidentical.
Bioidentical. It's bioidentical. I see that word being thrown around all the time.
Right.
I don't think a lot of people understand what that really is.
Right. So it aligns directly. So your body doesn't reject. It's identical to your body's hormones that it already has, and it's not an outsider per se.
Is a synthetic, right?
Yeah.
Is a synthetic bad?
So this is where that black box came in on the women's. So synthetic might not be bad. I can't say that anymore. Before I would tell you yes.
Right.
Before I would tell you, just like they said, it causes cancer. But now I can't say that because it took the box off. The black label is gone. So can I say synthetic is worse for you? No, I can't say that because I want to see some new data now. Now I want to see some new data.
So let's talk about testosterone right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got testosterone, synthetic, bioidentical.
Bioidentical.
Got it. What about the oil it's in?
It's all that is an ester. That's all that oil and the ester is
Grapeseed oil?
Yep. Grapeseed.
MCT oil?
And grapeseed, MCT, or cottonseed.
Cottonseed.
Yep.
Any difference?
Some people will say that, well, grapeseed is what commercial product makes. So big pharma, like all that, like in their commercial product, they use grapeseed oil. So that was the most common carrier oil that they would use. Now they have MCT, which the viscosity is thinner.
Mhm.
So patients like that a little bit better because, I mean, it's when we talk about that, like painful injections and stuff like that, people always think it's the oil or the ester. And that's not true. What it could be is it could be like, it can be pH levels in there. I mean, there's a couple other things, right? So it's really the cook that's making it. Like it's like any other, like if I was to give me and you the exact same ingredients and say, hey, listen, cook this pasta, it'll probably taste different, right?
Of course.
We got the exact same ingredients. So the exact same thing with these cooks and these compounding pharmacies. There's good ones and there's bad ones.
Intramuscular or subcutaneous?
Intermuscular. I had this conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah, so guys or girls that want to do subcutaneous injections, first off, you're going to take it with an insulin needle. Have you ever pulled testosterone oil with an insulin needle? If not, please try it and see how long it takes.
Calls it 4 days.
Forever. And the other thing is then people are like, well, I'll just backload it. So then they pull the plunger out of the needle and the syringe, and then they start injecting. That's cross contamination. Like you're having a higher risk of getting an infection or something contaminated in there. So you're injecting something. If you want to do that, go ahead. The other thing after that is you're injecting yourself every day. And then oil is not supposed to go subcutaneous into the skin. They don't make oils to go subcutaneous in the skin. I've tried it because people were talking about this 10 years ago. So I'm like, all right, I'll do it.
Well, it was a water-based back then.
There was water
suspension.
back then. Yeah, but that would hurt like hell.
Yeah, it was like broken glass.
But these guys are talking about oil.
Yeah, I
So I
know.
injected the oil and I'm like, all right, this sucks because the site gets irritated, right? Because the oil's not supposed to be in there. It itches. It can become red or bruised. Don't want that. And if you're going to inject every single day, I mean, like, why? Because that's what they're doing. And they're saying, well, estrogen levels are more even keeled
They peak,
like
right?
that, right? They're more steady when you do it every day. And that's not true either. And then at that point, like, what are you getting your total testosterone numbers up to? If you're taking 50 milligrams or whatever you're taking per day, I don't even think it's 50 milligrams, like 10 milligrams, 20 milligrams, whatever it is. What is that getting up to? 500, 600? Like if you're going to inject testosterone, you want to be at 900 ball or a little higher and stay at that level. I mean, obviously,
It's all about maintaining it after that.
yeah. And then you're going to get like, you're doing 2 injections. And it might be with a bigger needle, but it's going in a lot easier, right, than the insulin needle is. And it's a lot easier to draw. I just think that, with the subcutaneous hype out there, like it's not all hyped up.
I'm seeing that. And I'm like, why are you doing that?
This is trying to reinvent the wheel.
Right. I think they're trying to create something cooler.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
it's another, people will be upset or they might disagree with us on this, but it's a gimmick. To me, it is. If it was such a big thing or you think it was going to be that good, I think that, Big Pharma would have came out with a subcutaneous version. They've come out with an oral version now that's you know, you have to take a lot of it, but it works, you know. But I just think that, listen, stay away from subcutaneous and injecting testosterone. I think you'd be better off. I think you get a better result if you do it the right way.
I agree. Larry's got a great question. We were just talking.
What injectable vitamins do your clients request the most? So Hercules Potion, Titan Complete. So, you know, Hercules Potion is 9 different ingredients:
I can vouch for that.
glutamine, arginine, ornithine, lysine, L-citrulline, proline, taurine, NAC, and L-carnitine. And then Titan Complete, you're talking about your MIC, methionine, and acetylcholine, your B complex with B12, your branched chain amino acids in there, and L-carnitine. I mean, that's a win right there. The other one, we are Titan Strong, which has the 3 and only 3 branched chain amino acids: leucine, isoleucine, and valine. So those are the most common ones that people want injectable vitamin wise. What do we got here? What's one new therapy you're planning to add on soon? So I'll give you a sneak peek. So we just released the BPC, TB500, KPV, and the GHKCU all in one. The next one that's going to come out, and that's going to come out, I think, next week. We already have it. We're working on the literature to push for our patients to see. And that one's going to be AOD, ipamorelin, tesamorelin, MOTS-C, all in one. So that's going to be a big one. Like I was telling Jimmy about, that's like our demigod mix. Like you ain't getting any better. Growth hormone releasing, anti-aging, visceral fat depleting, weight loss having. I mean, this is going to be a superstar for sure. What's the next
I
one?
like this one for you. How do you keep your therapies affordable for clients?
How do we keep our therapies affordable for clients? Well, we've never changed the price of our therapies, not one time in 13 years. Even with COVID, shipping costs is going up, materials going up, especially during those years. We never changed costs. So I'm not going to change any costs.
Let's talk about the price. Let's talk about pricing, prices of peptides.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing them all over the place.
Yeah.
Why?
So you're seeing peptides from research and chemical sites, or people that, you know, claiming that whatever they're claiming, but the cold hard facts are the research chemicals that are coming from China, India, and people are just distributing throughout. And at that point, they see for researchers only, physicians use only, or not for human use. That's what you're going to get from all these sites.
Okay.
Peptide Science, any of the big ones you think, or you see online, that's where you're going to get the difference. So people are like, John, why does your peptides cost this amount and these are just so much cheaper? Well, because one, these aren't getting third-party tested.
Okay.
They're not getting made in a U.S. licensed compounding.
So you get CFAs for the batches?
COAs for everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Plus, they have a standard of what they have to do because they're a pharmacy to test these things.
Okay.
And that's a whole different third-party testing. The next thing is
And everything costs money.
everything costs.
Even the testing.
The testing's through the roof.
It's
It's
expensive
expensive from hell.
from the supplements.
Yeah, I mean,
It's crazy.
dude. But supplements are one thing, right? Because you're talking about mostly powders or liquids,
But it's a cost.
it's a cost. But think about this, because this is different. And I don't know if it's different. You can tell me if it is, because I don't know that part of it. But I'm pretty sure it is different. In the fact that if I want to do Hercules Potion, each ingredient is going to cost $10,000.
Yeah.
$10,000. Then you got to do a BUD date.
Yes. Yes.
So for the BUD date, now it's got to last 30 days. Now it's going to last 60 days. Now it's going to last 90 days without any one of those
Right.
Xing each other out
Right.
or degrading the percentage of what it is,
Right.
potency
Right.
wise or endotoxins. That's all it
Yeah.
costs. And that's to get a 90-day BUD. Because if you only get a 30-day BUD, this is what happens. They make the product, they send the product, it waits there.
Yeah.
Once they approve it and say yes, then after that, it's like 3 days in.
Right.
Now you have 27 days. Now you ship to a patient, you have 20 days. Now 20-day BUD date, it's like, this is going to be expired before I get done with it. I want to move out.
Now, is it no good or is it just not as potent?
It's still potent,
Okay.
area like that, but legally, they have to do it like that. And if a patient complained about something like that, we'd have to refill another vial for free. And that's just, we don't have to, but we would.
Right, of course.
We would, right? We'll do that. But that's a different thing. So
For the supplements, it's not as extensive,
yeah,
but you have to.
you still got to pay to
You still
test
have-
the products.
It's a certificate of ingredients.
Yeah. Yeah,
You have to test every single ingredient.
absolutely.
You have to look at the baking temperature. I mean, just everything.
Yeah, your COA,
Yeah.
where it came from, the pedigree of it. And that's the difference. The pedigree of these, and this is why
Stabilization.
when you get a peptide from the pharmacy to us, it doesn't say on there, not for human use.
Yeah, no.
You don't say that, right? It's a lot different. So
It's got my name on it.
it's got your name on it, right? Your prescription. So, that's the big difference, I would say, between us and other people out there. And the affordable thing, like I said, I haven't changed prices on anything. If anything, I made some things a little bit cheaper through the way.
Scroll a little, see what we got.
Yeah. How do you do your bedroom enhancement treatments work for men versus females? So we have, honestly, all of them work for men and females. So you can use any one of these different ones. And we have a whole bunch of different variety that you can do and use. And that's why you should call or text 727-389-3220. Talk to somebody from Titan, some of the staff. They'd be happy to, answer any questions that you have. What else we got there?
What else? Let's go for a couple more. Which therapy? Yeah, what's that one? It's another great one, man.
Keep going down.
We covered.
I see a good one.
We covered a few good.
Hold on. Do you design treatment plans based on goals or symptoms first? So both. One, symptoms. You want to relieve the symptoms, obviously, right? Like a goal is great, but if you're really tired or really fatigued or whatever's going on, you want to fix the symptom first. And then what's the goal? And I guarantee as you're fixing the symptom, you're probably going to be along the way of achieving that goal too as well.
Right. It's all about
Right.
the blood work, right? You
Yeah.
get your blood work. If your blood work isn't
Right.
basically you're optimizing your blood work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then once you optimize the blood work, then you're like, okay, these are the goals you have in mind.
Sure.
Let's go.
Sure. Even somebody's like, all right, well,
But you still can in a way, right?
yeah, I mean, listen, the only thing you need blood work for is for hormones, IGF-1, and vitamin D. Everything else, you can fill out your patient paperwork, you can see your provider, you can go down one of those paths, medical weight loss, peptides, whatever, but you should still get the blood work.
But let me ask you a question.
You should still get
T3 and T4, they're off.
right.
So they got to fix that before
Oh, I agree.
weight loss.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? So
I agree.
I
I always think blood work's the initial step.
yeah, me too.
People are like,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
well, you don't have to start there, but I would start
Because
there.
you can start on all these peptides.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some, and maybe I don't know enough yet. Can you prescribe a peptide without blood work?
Yes.
Okay.
We can prescribe every treatment we do except for hormones and IGF-1 and vitamin D without blood work.
Okay.
ECAs, peptides, weight loss, GLPs, and Hercules, Titan Complete, anything. Because think about this, right? A guy or a girl comes in and, oh, I hurt my shoulder. All right, great. Follow through the patient paperwork. Going to put you on BBC, TB500, and that's it. We don't need a blood work for that, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
that's what it is.
Well,
Glutathione, like,
The
you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you
But for weight loss, though,
I think it's a
think
step.
about it.
So you'll get people, and that's the first thing you do. And this is why we have to like talk them down the path of getting blood work. You get a 45-year-old woman that calls in and says, I got to get weight loss.
I need to lose 20
I
pounds.
gained 20 pounds.
Okay.
Right? I need to lose 20 pounds. All right, cool. Like, all right, well, what else going on?
I want to take a GLP-1.
Yeah. I want to take a GLP-1.
I want to lose 20 pounds, John. I want to go on GLP-1.
We got you, but you're saying that you're tired, you have this and this and this. We might think that you might need to get a hormone panel done. Have you ever had one done? No, I never had one done. No, I don't need that. I just need weight loss. Okay, cool. We're gonna get you the weight loss and get you on that track, and then we'll get them on the track, and then I'll get two different responses. One, it's working great. Two, it's not working as good. Well, why not? You probably are fighting an uphill battle with your hormones, right? It's probably helping you, but you could probably expedite this a lot better if these were all dialed in.
And maybe you won't eat the GLP-1
That's a
Right.
big one, right? There's a lot of people out there. That,
initially.
yeah,
And then if you want to take it, you lose some more weight or whatever.
well,
it is.
again, course.
Yeah.
But internally, like you're talking about turning back the clock, aging wise, energy wise, like just mental clarity and everything that goes along with it. So, when they start feeling better, like they're like, oh, cool, and this will help them be more motivated to go to the gym and want to lose weight because depression, unmotivation comes with all these different things. And hormone
Feel good
testosterone, right?
before you look good.
Absolutely.
You have to feel good
Absolutely.
to take action before you want to look good.
100%.
That's it.
I think that's the
You
biggest.
feel like shit, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
You need to feel
agree.
good.
I definitely agree.
You know,
What else we got? We'll do a couple more questions, and we're gonna call it a day, guys. Um,
scroll up a little.
is there any more? Is that it?
This is all.
That's it. That's all we got, huh? Okay.
We went through all of them.
All right.
That's where we left off.
That's fine.
Which therapy surprised you with how effective it is?
Whew.
Yeah.
GLPs, retatrutide especially. Retatrutide, man. I don't know how many people that have taken that. One, retained muscle. Two, lost a ton of weight. Like a ton of weight. Shree's one. Like I'm talking about a couple of weeks, like 20
Really?
pounds. 20 pounds, dude, gone. Because she had the surgery, she couldn't like do anything.
I mean, she looks great.
She looks great. She lost a lot of weight. Melissa in there, if I showed you a picture of that Retta that's in there, like what she used to look like.
Wasn't she the one that told me about the?
Well, I think she was 190 pounds or 200 pounds. Like she showed me a picture, I couldn't believe it.
She was the one that told me that she does the Hercules potion
Yes,
in her abs.
yes, that's her. Yes, and she's totally changed, like totally, and that's awesome. I mean, usually the people that join the Titan crew, if you're not in that lifestyle or not,
You're getting in it.
you get.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, look at the atmosphere around here.
It is. It's addictive.
You know?
People want to be a part of that. They want to be a part of something, and it's a positive thing too. Like it's not a negative thing. There's no bad things that go along with it. It's a positive thing. Like you want to get people in a healthier lifestyle. And at that point they're going to feel better, and they're going to want to do more things. You're going to be happier. This is going to spread and be, like, it's addictive for other people too, right? So it's super cool. Super cool.
I think you've created a great atmosphere in here.
It's been good. We want to just keep adding to it. What's everybody's Titans IV drips from Basic Wellness Spa? So we do custom. I know a lot of these places, pharmacies have like pre-made like sets of what they have their recovery or their hydration or whatever it is. So we have our basic ones that we made, and then you can get a custom Titan one, and we can pick from the list
And they come in.
when they come in.
So is it mixed already before they come in, or when they come in, you guys
When they come in, it's a custom made bag.
right then and there?
Yeah. We'll actually add the ingredients.
That's cool.
Right then and there. So it's not like a pre-made bag
Yeah.
that comes from somewhere. So if you come in, you're
You
like,
gotta order it.
I want glutathione,
Yeah.
AD, little this, little that, little this.
The buffet.
No problem.
The buffet.
No problem. We'll load that bag up. You'll be able to get it down. I mean, and that's the big difference. A lot of places it's cookie. And the other thing is they short you on doses. I see it. I see it from my own eyes. Like I did the Pepsi challenge with a couple places in Vegas because obviously I don't have an IV person in Vegas. So I called a couple places in Vegas, man. They were putting like 1 ml or something. And like, all right, yeah, you're getting it.
Water down.
It's like,
Yeah.
you should have did like 3 times the amount, right? Like we would give like 3 times the amount, like just as a right off the bat. But I guess it's a money thing too as well. Like, you cut your profits or whatever. I don't think like that. I think about getting the best result for the patient, and they're going to be happy as hell and come back and get it again.
Right. So what's the difference between the glutathione I take every day, between that and an IV bag?
The only difference is you're going to get hydration with an IV bag. That's it. That's a whole kick of, and I mean, I won't say, I'll have to say that it's the fastest transportation rate you can get something in your body is through a vein. Second fastest intramuscular, third fastest is subcutaneous.
But they really don't make a big difference,
No,
right?
no. And this is what I tell people all the time. Like, listen, like for like glutathione NAD, like you don't got to get a bag.
Right.
You can get the little injection, inject yourself at home, and you're on your road in 5 minutes.
I think everybody.
They're like, what?
I think-
Like, it blows their mind. Like, what? Like, I can do that? Like, yes,
Yeah.
you can do that.
I think everybody over 40 should be on glutathione.
I said, dude, it'd be one thing of like, all right, like you went out hard last night, you're dehydrated as hell, you're sick, whatever, and you need hydration. And then having these things along with it because you got to get the hydration anyway, that's the big bonus. But at that point, like the only thing IVs are good for is hydration. That's it. You're getting fluids, and that's a good thing too as well. Like if you really get down the steps of recovery, like before when I first started over here, like I had somebody that was really good at IVs proficiently, and like they're not seeing patients all day. I would get at least 2 IV bags a week because you know what, hydration, recovery, all these different things, throw them right through that bag. Like I'll still drink a lot of water, but like if you can get 1,000 milliliters
Of course.
right like
I
that,
agree right there.
right in the
Yeah.
vein, so that's what I would do. The only bad thing about that is you start getting you get stuck with a needle and it's a bigger gauge in your arm, so you don't want bruising or you don't want pokes, but if you can get them once a week, once a month, every couple of months, I don't see a downside to that at all.
Glutathione, morning or night, morning and night.
All right, so I would do morning if you're gonna do one. If you're gonna do two, obviously you gotta do morning and night. It depends on what's going on. Like if your liver is super in the toilet, you could probably get away with just doing one a day. But I've been to the point where like I've been real sick sometimes, and I'll take 2 a day, and I'll get better faster.
People are training hard. Affects liver. Right?
Liver and kidneys.
Liver, kidneys.
Yeah.
You got the proteins
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah.
I tried 1 cc in the morning. I do 1 cc at night. On leg days, back days.
Oh, good. Help inflammation there too as well.
Let me tell you something. I felt the difference.
Yeah.
Because I do 1 cc every morning.
Yeah.
And then when I started hitting the wall,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of what I told you,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not feeling good.
Yeah.
And I started doing it one at night as well on leg days and back days, and I felt the difference.
It's definitely a game changer, man. That's one thing that I wish that Western medicine would really incorporate is glutathione, because I don't know how many people out there have fatty livers, right? And then they tell them, oh, just change your diet, and all those people won't change your diet, and at that point, their liver just stays fatty, and their body's not working like
But
it
the
should.
glutathione speeds everything up.
The glutathione will clear out your liver functions. Like if you have triple digits or somebody says you have fatty liver, go on around a glutathione like a month, you're gonna be set. I promise.
There are 2 bodybuilders about a year ago had some issues with the liver. They got loaded up with glutathione.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Liver is a lot easier. Kidneys is not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Liver, you can literally you can detoxify it pretty good. With glutathione right off the bat. Kidneys.
Yeah. Once the kidneys go, once you pass that number, right?
It's tough. It's tough. I've obviously with my dad and everything, I'm reading into all these different things to rejuvenate the liver and stuff the kidneys. They've got like a couple of studies where they've done where they've got pig kidneys. They hook it to the inside vein of the leg, takes the stress off your kidneys, and your kidney will rejuvenate itself. It just has to have time for the stress to be off for it to do it. So it will do it. Just So I don't know. Looking at different things for that too as well. Stem cells and everything like that will be the future, I think.
I think everything's going in a great direction. I mean, you were just telling me about some new stuff that's coming out.
Yes.
And I mean, how do you remember all this stuff, man? You were just freaking. I get it, because I mean, my formulas, I know my products and stuff like that. You're just like kicking off the Hercules potion. It's like
I think because I like it so much. You like something, you can entrench yourself in it.
Yeah.
That's how it is for me.
well, you live it.
I live it, I breathe it, I love it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
I want this
Legally.
more than you guys do. Right? Like that's kind of like
Oh, I don't know.
I was like, I want all of this. I was like, I want all the
But
best
the
stuff.
thing is, you were smarter than me because you did this 15 years ago.
I mean, peptides back in the day when we first started, the only peptides that were out, Semarelin, GHRP2, GHRP6.
That's it.
That was it.
Where are they now?
Huh?
Where are they now?
So, all right, so Semarelin.
Are they extinct or are they just?
Semarelin's a dinosaur, right?
Okay.
It should be extinct. But now you have all these new companies that are coming in and they're pitching it as the latest, greatest. But it's been around.
Oh, really?
Semarelin was approved in the 70s. It was approved for adult growth hormone deficiency disorder and child growth hormone deficiency disorder.
Right.
And at that point, they were gonna make it a substitute for growth hormone because kids, if they're on the growth chart,
Right.
they get growth hormone. I actually know a kid that was on this, and he was the most stacked jack.
My stepson was gonna actually go on growth hormone.
So So that was latest and greatest. GHRP2 and GHRP6 are not around anymore. I don't think they let them compound it. It doesn't matter anyway because, those, I could say this, those were the drugs before MK. If you took those,
Really?
you would be so hungry, Jimmy. It would be ridiculous. And we had one with Semerol, GHRP2, and GHRP6. So you had three things working synergistically to do it. But like CJC and IPO just took it off the map. Because
Really?
Semerol only works for a certain amount of time. They say it works longer, but it doesn't. It'll work up to 6 months. And after 6 months, you really don't.
You have to come off and then go back on?
You're not
Or is it-
supposed to, but you really don't get the effect after that, like in numbers or anything like that. So CJC works a lot longer in the body, and then ipronolol is more dominant than GHRP2 and GHRP6. You get no hunger effect from either one of those. So, testosterone, hexarelin, that's another dominant one.
Yep. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So,
Well, thank you. We done?
yeah, we're done.
Huh?
We're done. So,
Thank you all
episode
for
2.
tuning in and watching. And I think we're trying to give you as much information as possible.
Yeah.
And please like, subscribe.
Yeah.
And you guys have any comments, comment below for the next one, any suggestions, any topics you guys want to talk about. I'm very grateful. I got John here. He's feeding me all this information. Don't forget, guys, I'm also new at this. I've only been around in this industry, in this peptide industry, anti-aging industry, not even a year.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So learning all this stuff from John firsthand, knowing what I know and getting this information and actually living it, taking some of these peptides is absolutely amazing. So if you guys are out there being hesitant and all that, make the phone call. You don't even need a credit card. Just call in and ask questions.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks that you got to call in and they get charged and they're going to do this.
Yeah.
Just call in and say, hey, I need help.
Yeah.
Or ask any questions you have. These guys are willing to help. This company has been successful because they help. Okay. And once you see the help that they get and the results that people are getting, I love it. I have clients, I coach clients that talk about you guys that I didn't even know they were.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I didn't.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
they're like, because they see that I'm, I'm with you
Yeah.
and we're doing this stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, we just ordered, the BPC one
That's
because
awesome.
my knee was killing me. I'm like, oh, and I got the Hercules. I'm like, you win.
That's awesome.
Great. And they're like,
great.
oh my God, the service is great, and this and this and this. So do yourselves a favor, make that move. Make that move. You won't regret it. Again, thank you. Thanks, John.
I appreciate you,
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
And next week, Wednesday, 1:00 Eastern, we're going live again.
Yeah.
But if you missed this, it's going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. Plus, we're going to put it on our podcast or wherever you guys get podcasts at. You guys can look it up.
Yep.
And if you guys aren't able to watch us, you can listen to us on the road or in the gym or wherever it is. I promise you guys, there will be good information and knowledge we're sharing to you guys that you'll be able to take, incorporate, and utilize for your benefit and hopefully for a healthier, better you. So that's the Titan's Edge, evolving with John and Jimmy. We will see you next week for episode 3.
Yep. Thank you. Much better than the first one, huh?
I think that